Sup everyone, today we are going to talk about the beginner's priority list, and this is mainly for the beginners up to mid-game players. So first off, you're going to want to start with Elisha at 6 stars because she's the most reliable carry in the early game that will basically clear enough Lost City chapters for you to get another copy from the Oracle store and therefore get your 6-star Dahlia. With this combo, 6-star Elisha and 6-star Dahlia, you can use Dahlia to swap with Elisha or a true boost to increase your team's overall more damage and therefore push more in the both Celestial Trials and the Penrose and the Lost City, because Lost City matters the most. With those two, you will likely pair another ethereal hero that will basically enhance the crit rate for the team, because with Elisha you want as much crit rate early as possible, so even heroes like Anubia are still great. Avoid getting 7-star Elisha, because a 7-star Elisha, despite in the past being one of the best DPS heroes, Pandora currently just outshines her, and there's absolutely no reason to get a 7-star Elisha, because you can even fully clear Hell 100 without a 7-star Elisha, with just a 6-star Elisha, 6-star Dahlia and the 7-star Pandora. Basically that's all you need for the Hell difficulty, along with the other 3 heroes you gain along the way, like Elmer 7, Elovin 6 and Astrid 6. Now Pandora 7 is your biggest power spike in the game. She scales from 7 to 9 insanely hard, and basically 7-star will be pretty much enough for majority of the content for you to move to another heroes. In Omniheroes it's very important to widen the team heroes pool instead of working on one or two few heroes to max them out. So you will want to grab a copy of Leviathan and a copy of Gaia. The ordering, it's a bit tricky because it depends on your monthly reset and how often you can purchase these heroes, or how often you get them from like events or something. So the current recommendation I go by is to get Elisha copy, a Dahlia copy, and then purchase Pandora plus Dahlia copy. That's assuming that there's no like a close reset to your Oracle store and you have excess oracles. If you do not have excess oracles and there's a monthly reset coming up soon, just save the 100 oracles, don't purchase Dahlia, but instead save up for 7-star Pandora. This could be applied to a lot of things like Leviathan, Mulan or Behemoth, because all 3 of those really require the 7-star power spike to do anything. So if it's the same case scenario for any of these heroes, don't spend on the recommended hero, instead wait the few days that you have left in the Oracle store to refresh and just purchase their second copy. Then you will eventually fill the 7-star Dahlia, because this ensures her swapping is basically 100%. You will get a copy of Gaia. Gaia at just 6 stars is really amazing in both Celestial Trials, Palace of Penrose and Lost City. You don't really need her necessarily at 7 stars, it's really great, but you will basically get that from like a Hell clear difficulty or something, so or event, it doesn't really matter, but you will get there eventually when you feel like you need it. So the core PvE team composition would be something like 6-star Elisha, 6-star Dahlia, and later 7 stars, Pandora 7, Gaia 7, Leviathan 7, and Mulan 7. If you have cleared Hell 100 without Mulan 7, don't spend Oracle coins on her, pick her from the Hell selectors moving forward. And yeah, that's about it. She's really helpful in the Celestial Trials. She can get a lot of Celestial Trials up to 100. With Gaia, Dahlia, Elisha and Pandora, as well with Ophelia, which you will get from the Nightmare difficulty card. Do not purchase Ophelia unless it's the last Hail Mary for you, but it's not really recommended because a lot of players can just clear the Rift Odyssey this season up to Nightmare or up to Hell really easily. So after this, you're going to focus on PvE plus PvP cheesed heroes. Now these heroes are mostly PvP based heroes, and some of them work in PvE cheese setups, which basically rely on Phantom Illusion plus the steal from the Hades, Or for someone like Behemoth, you can use her in the Lost City, so she dies and gives the stats to your team, basically buffing up Pandora insanely. So after finishing your core PvE heroes, you will start investing into this tier, and this tier basically should work with Behemoth, Wuzetian, Aphrodite, Hades, and Tsuki. Tsuki is or could be potentially before Hades because her requirements for investment are lower. Hades does need his legendary runes to be fully effective, and the difference is massive between his legendary and non-legendary runes. For Behemoth, just 7 stars is enough, but her ideal star is obviously 12 stars. But as a free-to-play player or a mid-spender, you will stop at 9 stars or 10 stars ideally, like that's the spot where you will stop. And for Wuzetian, she's already working at just 6 stars, but you will want her at 8 stars for the stats. Aphrodite works at 7 stars, wants 8 stars for the Monarch and 12 stars for the dodge to attack conversions, so she hits really hard, but she's a really old hero, so eventually she will make her way to the conversions or stores or something where you will pick her up easily. Same goes for Hades. Now there's optional starts which I haven't really tested, it's just a theory and I think it could work, but again it's not tested and it's only for those who want to test the waters basically. So assuming there's an event like the upcoming Halloween event, it will have a DD selector which will basically have Tsukuyomi copy. And if you start during this event, you can grab Tsukuyomi copy and grab 1 copy of her from the Oracle store, and you will have a 7-star Tsuki, which basically is better buffer than Elisha. Now this could result in a better start than Elisha plus Dahlia to Pandora start, but it will struggle in the Rift Odyssey. So you would have to do something like a 7-star Tsuki into 6-star Elisha into 7-star Pandora or some things like that. It would be very, very weird, but I think it could work. Leandra is here because she's a really broken hero in the early game, but she falls off really hard. She buffs herself, whereas someone like Elisha buffs the entire team. So she's just like there to mention her, but I wouldn't suggest to anyone starting her. But yeah, that's about it really. So you only need the Elisha Dali at 6 stars, Pandora at 7, Guy at 6, Leviathan and Mulan at 7 for the entirety of PvE content up to mid game pretty much. You will use Wuzetian in the Lost City when you get her 2/2 runes for the protection or rather survival. And yeah, that's about it really, so not much to say. Hopefully your start of the game is really smooth and really lucky. So yeah, that's about it. Enjoy the game because it's really free-to-play friendly as long as you're not trying to compete at the top 50s, for example. So yeah, just take it slow and enjoy your time. Play around the guides for the first few months and then later you can basically experiment once you have established a strong enough team that can clear Rift Odyssey basically each season. And yeah, goodbye.